Infinity War. The Far Cry universe just can't get rid of Herc, regardless of pirates, violent kings, and a nuclear apocalypse. He appears in Far Cry New Dawn, having fathered a son, but you can still take him on as a gun for hire. Of course, despite taking place several years into the future, Herc still references current pop culture. On being downed in a firefight, Herc will say, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good," and "I don't want to go," echoing Peter Parker's memorable dialogue from Avengers: Infinity War.
So good.
Raving RABBIDS. Expeditions in Far Cry New Dawn are perhaps the most intriguing new feature, as they take you to locations outside of the game's world to fulfill different missions. They're also home to references for other Ubisoft titles. Walk around the 5 Stars theme park, which itself is probably a play on Six Flags, and you'll find various torn banners referencing the Raving RABBIDS. VAAS, EZIO, and MIRA poses. Photo mode is available right out of the box here, and it features several customizable parameters like poses. Scroll through and some familiar ones start popping up, like the sitting pose of Far Cry 3 villain VAAS, MIRA's pose from Rainbow Six Siege, and EZIO's trademark pose from Assassin's Creed. And of course, there's even a Leap of Faith pose that references the dive that assassins are known for. VAAS BOBBLEHEAD. Another VAAS reference can be found in Nadine's junkyard, located west of the refinery. Complete the treasure hunt inside and a bunker will open up, revealing a number of goodies. One of them is a bobblehead of VAAS. This should look familiar to Far Cry 5 players since the same bobblehead appeared there as well. Donkey Kong. In the Days of Blunder mission, you'll hear Herc talk about the enemy throwing barrels like angry monkeys. He even insists this isn't a video game thing and that monkeys really do throw barrels when enraged in real life. Usually at Italians, he adds. Long story short, it's a Donkey Kong reference. However, if Herc actually believes something out of a video game is real, then what's next? Does Sam Fisher actually exist? C-147B Paladin and Sam Fisher's gear. So as it turns out, Sam Fisher actually exists in the Far Cry universe. Visit the government plane wreck expedition and you'll discover a C-147B Paladin, which was the mobile base for Sam Fisher and his crew. Head upstairs and you'll also discover Sam Fisher's outfit, ripe for the wearing. Sam Fisher's post-apocalyptic mission. Explore the Paladin some more, and you'll find some notes from Sam Fisher regarding events after the nuclear explosion. Grimm and Briggs are still alive, while Fisher is on a mission to find his daughter Sarah. While he admits that she might not have survived, he still believes she's out there waiting. Unfortunately, this does not cue a teaser for the next Splinter Cell. Blood Dragon Weapon. There are a number of weapons to unlock in Far Cry New Dawn, and as you'd expect, plenty of them either reference or have been ripped straight from other properties. The Blood Dragon AJM-9 is one example, being the choice of all cybernetic organisms who enter the Force. If you couldn't tell, it's a weapon from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, and even appears in Far Cry 4 as a Uplay reward. Weapon referencing Mario. More Italian plumber references? You bet. Far Cry 5 had a skin for its pipe weapon called Warp Zone, which was a reference to Nintendo's Mario. Far Cry New Dawn has the optimized socket pipe with the description, "There's always room for an Italian plumber in an adventure," which we suppose references Mario's rotund nature. Yeesh, first the Phantom of the Boiferas song in Kingdom Battle and now this? Planet Guy Marvel. Guy Marvel, the crazed director who was filming Blood Dragon 3, a sequel to Ubisoft's Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, isn't around after the apocalypse. However, you can find his hideout, Planet Guy Marvel, which contains movie posters that reference dead living zombies, one of the DLC for Far Cry 5. Of course, it wouldn't be a hideout for the director without Blood Dragon Eggs and Fate of Blood Dragon 3. That's right, there are 2 Blood Dragon eggs inside as well. Closer inspection also yields a journal entry where Marvel reveals he had just finished the final edit of Blood Dragon 3. After bemoaning the apocalypse and firing whoever isn't dead, Marvel apparently went for a walk outside. If this happened right after the nuke exploded, odds are good he's not coming back. Boomer's Grave. Ubisoft already clarified that Far Cry 5's best boy, Boomer, had passed away before the events of New Dawn. That doesn't mean he hasn't been honored, though. Look around in the yard of a Fang Center somewhere west. Head down into the bunker and remove a part of the wall to access a large grave with the word Boomer on it. Metal Gear Solid. Need a map, Exile? You'll receive one to find all the gear stashes in the game's world. What's more interesting is that inspecting the map will reveal a quote from Bean, a specialist, which says, "Metal Gears, they look pretty solid." If that isn't a Metal Gear Solid reference, we don't know what is. Far Cry 3's Rook Island. If you played Far Cry 5, you'll have noticed Herc's moving boxes marked with the names of locations from Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, and Far Cry Primal. You'll spot something similar in New Dawn, a box with the name Rook Island, which was the main location in Far Cry 3. It wouldn't be strange if his Oros and Kirat boxes survived the fallout as well. Two Giants. Look around the game's world and you'll find bodies that aren't quite human. They're larger than the average man, but appear to have subsisted long after death. Some believe that one of these is Bigfoot, who had his own dedicated side mission in Far Cry 5. It's hard to say, but it's kind of sad knowing that they didn't survive the apocalypse. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, please hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to switch on the notifications bell icon next to it. That way you'll never miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching.